So, one of the most common questions that we get asked when someone reaches out to us is, how does this work? Selling a house privately isn't common for most people. So, to explain this in this most simple way possible, there's really three steps. Step one is getting on a call with someone from our team so we can understand a little bit more about you and the property. Step two is setting up an in home appointment where we can walk the property, go through our options, and see if that offer from DCI Properties makes sense. And then step three is if that offer is accepted, then paperwork goes to the lawyers and that property is closed on your preferred closing date. That's really, in a nutshell, a very simple way of explaining how the process works. Within each of those, there's a little bit more detail, right? On that initial call, we're going to want to find out a little bit more about the property and just get some details from you to see if setting up an appointment in home makes sense. If we feel that maybe the property isn't suited for a DCI offer, we do have a couple other options internally that might be better suited for your situation and your needs. If we get to a state where we say, okay, it does make sense to book this in-home appointment, then typically that appointment will take about 45 minutes to an hour. We'll work with your schedule to figure out a time and date that works. And then our rep will come out, walk the property with you, kind of get a better overall sense of what condition the property is in. They'll jot down a few notes. And then once they've completed that walkthrough, they'll sit down with you and go through our three unique selling options. As they do that, they're also going to inform you, as a licensed representative, what the home's value is in its current condition. Then when you're looking at the offer from DCI Properties, you can make an informed and educated decision on whether that offer is going to make sense for you or not. If it's not, that's totally okay. Zero pressure from us. We can explore a couple of the other options, or if none of that works, we're okay with that too. We take a completely zero pressure approach in that appointment. From there, if one of those options, and in particular the offer from DCI Properties, does seem like a good fit and something that you want to proceed with, then signed paperwork is sent to your lawyer and to our lawyer. And from there, as we proceed towards the closing date, money and keys are exchanged on the date of closing. And typically we allow our sellers to choose the date that best works for them. So that's kind of from beginning to end, how the process works working with a private buyer. There's the first step, which is that initial call. There's the second step, which is the in-home appointment. And then there's the final step of getting the property actually closed through the lawyers on your preferred closing date.